This is VSiN, the sports betting network.
Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
Here we go. Welcome in to Follow the Money on VSiN, the sports betting network. Mitch Moss, Paulie Howard with you. We are live in downtown Vegas from the Circa Resort and Casino. 3-hour banger lined up today. Good guests on the program, including ESPN Cleveland legend Tony Rizzo in 30 minutes live at the Combine. Also, Paulie, we get Knicks Cavs tonight. How good is that? Jeff Seeley, best bets, placement markets, analysis on the Cognizant Classic this weekend. Derek Stevens in studio. We have a big event going on tonight outside of the sports world that will be super popular with bettors, no doubt about that. We'll get into tonight's college basketball card. I owe everybody a beer that followed me on a bet yesterday. My apologies. And a big card in the NBA tonight. What was your biggest reaction overall of Kansas kind of thumping Houston there at the end of the night last night?
The big Monday record. They don't lose back-to-back games at home. They rarely have long losing streaks. You thought they would respond after getting embarrassed.
Okay, you get one, not seven.
But also the level of concern with Houston.
There you go. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay. That they lost at Texas Tech. They lost at Iowa State. They lost at Kansas. Suddenly it's like, okay, well, it's college hoops. You're supposed to win at home. What's going on when you get away from home? Which you have a great program, and you are expected and are treated like a contender in a top 5 team. But suddenly in a tough league, you're 11-4. And now you're losing some games here. That's you had the 3-game. That's a 3-game losing streak now. So I would say the level of concern is sky high because we have seen that Kansas can bounce back. We have seen that Kansas has a pretty good team, especially when Peterson has everything working. But I think there's more question marks about Houston and what's going on offensively. That it goes back to 3-4 years. There was going to be a 5-minute drought.
Yep.
Where they don't score and they have to get bailed out defensively.
No, I think that's the one I was looking for right there. And this is Evan Maya is awesome on college basketball. And as he pointed out on Twitter last night, Houston has been in the national title conversation for most of the year. But now they're 0-5 in their toughest games. Tennessee on a neutral as well.
That's a good point, yes.
So that's not great. But, I mean, we'll tie in both games last night. And you made the point that you thought the number got out of control with Louisville being favored at North Carolina. Mm-hmm. I get it. Like, North Carolina was without Caleb Wilson again, but
different team at home.
Oh, no question about that. And also they got one of their other better players back a couple games ago. So you tie in that on Big Monday with Kansas being a dog yet again. These opportunities don't come across very often. Yeah. Like, I want to back Bill Self at home when he's a dog on Big Monday, like every single time. And this is maybe the most amazing thing from T3 bracketology on X. You want to talk about a wild stat? Bill Self has now lost at Fog Allen Fieldhouse 23 times in his career to 23 different coaches. The same coach has never gone in there and defeated him twice. What?
That's good, yeah.
Come on, man. That's impossible.
Yeah, that's good. Number one, that's going to be an incredible conference tournament. And then that Friday night is the best day of the college basketball season, when all these conference tournaments are going on, because the depth and how good this league is. But the other thing is that voodoo, satanic black magic with that number. Louisville opened 1.5, bet up to 4, lost. Houston laying 1.5, lost big. Pistons laying 1.5, routed.
After halftime was never really a game.
Luke, the Angles hit 6 in a row. The last 6 have been taking the 1.5.
Right.
It's like that voodoo where they put up. And there's a big game tonight. I think it's Nevada, New Mexico. The line was 1.5. But they're begging you to take that favor when they're laying 1.5 too, and they never get there. It seems as we've been tracking.
Yeah, as Human says, he calls it kind of a false favorite,
right,
or a fishy favorite at that number, and that has certainly played out this way in college basketball anyway. And I'm going to call my shot right now. Did you see the number after last night? What took place? Peterson played a bunch of minutes. He did not have his best game of the year. Have you seen the number 1 overall pick odds now?
The bench is favored.
It's favored.
Yeah.
I think there's been now an overcorrection. And when I was talking about this, I think before our vacation, like around 5-1, that was the time to get down to Debanza. I think this is going to play out where Darren Peterson's dad is correct. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. and Darren Peterson is going to play the rest of the year. And I think this team is really, really good with him. I think they make a deep run in the tournament. And the number right now on him to be plus money to go number one in the draft, I think that there's a chance where that could turn back into like minus $5 or minus 1,000 by draft night. I think all of this stuff, I think there was, we kicked this around on the show yesterday. GVT and I did on Pod of the Futures, taped it last night. Some of it maybe is real. I don't think, I think it'd be kind of silly to come here and say that, there wasn't an issue every single time, but maybe made up or, the agent was saying we're not going to play tonight. I do think there's an angle there where most of the stuff, there was a problem. And so if this kid, now after hearing all the negativity again, NFL's over, guys. So it's going to be tons of college basketball and tons of March Madness. Like he's got eyes and ears, as, his parents do as well. Dad does, agent does. And I think, what if he plays out the rest of the year, this team goes on a long run and right now grabbing like plus 120 on him? I know it's not until June, but that could happen.
I'm here for anything and everything. Number one, the Cincinnati game on Profit X, there were markets like 90% he would take himself out of the game.
Yeah.
90% chance. That still exists. The timing of the article on ESPN.com, I would like to coach you. It would be nice to try to coach you. And how he's calling the shots. And then, the competitive stuff too. The other thing is, what can the team do? Joe Lunardi bracketology has them a 3 seed. I could see them winding up against the St. Louis and losing in the second round or making a deep run. There's because they're inconsistent.
Well,
right? I could see them as a 2 or a 3 seed or a 4, I guess, making a run or bowing out right away.
Sure, because what if I'm wrong on that and he does have the, quote, cramps again in a game and he has to leave 6 minutes in and they're a 2 or a 3 seed and they're playing a really good team in the second round? Like, I honestly, nobody knows, and this was all over Twitter last night, this might be the most difficult team to have the pulse on like that we've ever watched.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because they looked, they took apart Houston in the second half last night.
Plus, you can also still win with the talent you have and have a bad chemistry.
Yeah, true.
That can still happen, too. Talent can carry and win the day. So as we get close to March in the conference tournaments, do you think this is more wide open than what people think? And I know Will Hill was kicking this around with Arizona, Duke, Michigan against the field. Who would you have? I asked you about a month ago, Arizona, Michigan against the field. And now Duke has been great, and then Duke takes out Michigan.
Well, so the field would then include Florida and every other team in the country. So I'd be intrigued by the field.
And after what we saw last year, with all 4 1 seeds get there?
Well, who is it, by the way? So let's say that those 3 teams do get there as in the Final Four. Then you only get one other team, obviously.
I feel good about UConn. I'd feel good about Florida.
I feel good about Illinois.
Do you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Because then I have concerns about Iowa State and definitely Houston away from home and how they've struggled in their big games, and a lot of concerns about Purdue, Gonzaga, your Virginia team, and then we're getting into the Nebraskas and then there's Kansas again once we get outside the top 10.
Yeah, that would be another one, too. It's like, if Peterson's going to be there, you're going to get the Jayhawks. Like, if that kid's on the court, I'll take my chances against pretty much any team in the country.
All right.
Although they're a better team on off, when he's not there. Has been. But that's also been tricky here for the first 3 months of the year. Like, is he going to play? Is he not going to play? I'll give you this from Mackin and VSiN.com. Great trends to close out the year. Over the last 8 years, home teams Power 5 during the final 2 weeks. A lot of games. This is a big sample size, Paulie. 743 and 427 straight up. 618 and 530 ATS. That's 53.8%. Last season, 54.2%. You can sit back, kick back the feet, kick them up anyway, and just retire at that number. In the end of the 2 games last night, they both got there. Total, same pattern. These games have gone over at 54.3% over the last 8 years and 57.4% over the last 4. He points out late season urgency tends to mean tempo, fouling extensions, absolutely, and more offensive emphasis. Points out the market has adjusted, but not fully.
All right. America's team in action. It's an early start. What do you think? Miami, Ohio team total again?
I was going to ask you.
Do it.
You brought it up last game. Do we want to do it again?
Yep. It's 11-1 overrun. It's 81.5. Big sized road team, road favorite, trying to get to 28-0. and then they averaged 92 a game. And they had 45 Friday night with 3 minutes left until halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Take a lot of threes, talented team, much the best in that league, and also have to keep winning these games, as they're the most talked about team with the at-large committee, what they did, at-large bid rather, and the mock committee that they did with the media. Try to get to 31, and I think if you get to 31-0 regular season, it doesn't matter what happens in the conference tournament. That was the most of the takeaways from the people in the media in that room. Although they had them last 4 in, losing in the conference title game. But if you get to 31-0, come on.
Now you got to be in. So this is for the radio audience right now, right? Miami, we just showed a graphic. They are 18-6 ATS. That is tied for the best mark in the country, or 17-7, depends on where you grade it. Eastern Michigan is also one of the best teams in the country at covering numbers. They've covered 18 times this year. Miami is also 17-7 over on the year. That's the 4th best mark in the entire country. Would you look at, this is tough to find here in Las Vegas, brought this up on Friday night. The first half team total was 37.5, but yep. I think you maybe split it or bet them both, right? Bet first half and for the game.
Sounds good. Yep. And I expect a letdown for Duke tonight.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
They're also
Peterson makes the game 13.5.
Yeah.
So to get 18.5 in pocket here with Duke in a great letdown spot after the huge win Saturday in a short turnaround. And money on nonstop money on Dayton. St. Louis was 6 on the road. It's down to 3.5.
Yep. Duke's also one of the best teams to the under on the year at 19-8. A question we kicked around a couple of weeks ago: will a Super Bowl market do more volume than an event taking place tonight? That's how popular this bad boy is looking.
There is no other college basketball betting analyst quite like him. His passion is unparalleled. He handicaps every game, every day, all season long. Sleep is not an option for him. He stays fresh by running 12 miles a day, every day, while doing his podcast and answering your tweets. He is Greg Hoops Peterson.
Tame the madness of March by catching Greg Peterson on VSiN, the sports betting network.
This is VSiN, a network of sports betting analysts, writers, hosts, and handicappers, all here to help you become a more confident bettor. We broadcast live every day from Las Vegas, the sports betting capital of the world, and from studios across the country, giving you insight from every angle of the action. Take VSiN with you wherever you go with the VSiN Watch app, or catch us on streaming platforms and regional sports networks. You can also listen live on SiriusXM Channel 158 and on radio stations nationwide. Check out VSiN.com as well for betting tools, exclusive betting splits, AI-powered player prop projections from Opta, pro picks for every game, plus in-depth betting guides and articles built to give you an edge. From sharp betting analysis and daily best bets to insider interviews and expert breakdowns, VSiN is your trusted source for everything happening in the world of sports betting. See everything we have to offer at VSiN.com and become part of the Sports Betting Network.
Responsible sports betting starts with a game plan. That means stick to a budget. Keep it social by playing with friends. Learn the game and know the odds. Play with trusted legal operators. And if you need help, reach out. If you're getting in on the action, visit haveagameplan.org to learn more.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Paul, let's go back the week of the Super Bowl. Remember when we did that whole segment Beyond? And we brought on David Purdom from ESPN, who had that great story about the popularity of mention markets on football broadcasts and whether or not,
what the announcer will say.
Yeah, what they were going to say during the Super Bowl.
Guys who research it, study it, big bets on it, yes.
Yep.
So, weather, what a catch, all this stuff. And the menu was incredible.
I think it was, $5-6 million in that range traded on that. And at the time, David Purdom had a quote in his story from somebody who was trading in prediction markets on Super Bowl mention markets. And this person said, quote, a big question people have is, will Trump's State of the Union address or the Super Bowl announcer mention market do more volume? This person told him, I personally think the State of the Union will do more volume, but I could definitely see the Super Bowl competing. I'm looking right now, the way it looks with the volume and how they put that on the front page of these prediction markets, it's going to blow away the Super Bowl tonight. The State of the Union is coming up a little bit later on. And there's a bunch of ways to attack this, I think. First of all, for Trump to say the word cartel tonight earlier was about 79%. So if you wanted to put down 500 at that number, you'd get back like a little bit more than 100, 5,000, a little bit more than 1,000. It's now at about 83%. After what happened this weekend, he's not going to say cartel? Doesn't that feel like it's almost free money to you?
Yes, but more so Olympics, hockey, USA seems like free. The guys are going to be there. The team's going to be there.
Sure.
So he's going to mention and honor them and point out, hey, you got the invite to the State of the Union, and
it's 92% Olympics, 90% for hockey.
Yeah, that he's going to say hockey Olympics, and I didn't see gold medal mentioned, but the fact that he's going to say hockey 90% Olympics, 92%, absolutely that's going to happen, that they're going to be there. And I will also say artificial intelligence and alien also will come in. And that's like 86% with the controversy and, with some with Obama and what happened in the last week or so too.
Sure. And this, for people who went back and tracked this in 2025, it was not an official State of the Union address. It was an unofficial State of the Union. But he used the word alien or alien 6 times then. He used trillion or trillions 5 times. That's actually number 1 right now. It's 94% that he'll say trillion tonight. He used fraud 4 times. And a year ago, he said cartel or cartels 4 times.
It keeps taking under money in some of the markets. It's down 4% in the last 10, 15 minutes.
To use cartel?
Cartel. Yeah.
I have to
I'm
play
with
that
you.
tonight.
I know. I'm with you on that. Yes.
He also said that he used the name, his own name, Trump, 3 different times. He used egg and eggs twice, Golden Dome twice, Foster twice, cancer twice, the radical left once, and then it just goes on and on and on. Like there's something up tonight, drill, baby, drill. He used that once last time.
That's down too.
That's around 40%?
Yeah.
In that range?
It was up to 46. It's down to 43. And I find some of this stuff fascinating, though, based on the market. And discombobulator continues to move.
Where is that at now?
There was a guy, it's up to 11%. It was 6.
Yeah, a guy put like a nickel on it at 6%, and he tweeted it out. I think that helped, that, and also that bet probably moved it a little bit.
UFC is mentioned. He's got to sneak that in, too, doesn't he?
UFC is
they're going to do an event at the White House.
That is, hold on.
And he, sure, while you're looking.
It's up from 30 to 34% right now.
Yeah, I would think and I also like the over and how long he's going to talk. But I would think that he would sneak that in there, too, based on the McGregor tweets, and also that they're going to do an event there.
And here's a question for the audience as well, because plenty of you definitely track this and you get involved in the markets on top of it. X is the best way to get in touch with us on the show when we're live. It's at VSiN Live, at Mitch Moss Radio, at Paulie Howard. Will he use the word crypto or Bitcoin tonight? We were talking about this with a couple of guys on the show before it started. They're really into it. They each have some Bitcoin. And as we kind of hash it out, I thought at 30%, there's a lot going on, obviously, with either saying crypto or Bitcoin. His son is, in the news, and he's been evidently scrubbing everything, all of his mentions, with crypto or Bitcoin in the last 12 hours. One person thinks, yeah, it's worth a shot at 30%. Another person said, I'm going to go contrarian here. And even though it's the favorite that he's not, he said he doesn't think that Trump's going to go down that path tonight. Because I think it's now 29% for him to say crypto or Bitcoin. It's down. Doesn't he want to? That's not going to be a mention. Again, he brought it up before.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, there's got to be something that you can get involved with and catch a nice ROI tonight.
Yes, and see if discombobulator is one of them.
Maybe that is.
The egg is down 10 now, 10%. Okay. But his go-to, and it seemed that way for a long time, was fake news. You think you get a 50-50 shot
it's
fake
50-50
news? It seemed
tonight.
that'd be a good bet, too, that he uses that.
Yeah.
But that's down 3%. That's 52% right now that he says that during the State of the Union.
You can also bet on the length overall of the State of the Union, and they have alt numbers basically on this, all the way from an hour up to 100 minutes. And again, it was the unofficial State of the Union back in 2025. He went for an hour, 39 minutes, and 32 seconds. And overall, he has an average State of the Union address of an hour, 20 minutes, and 20 seconds. That's higher than the next closest president, which was Bill Clinton, at an hour, 14 minutes, and 51 seconds. So it's trending here. Like it's all saying that he's going to go over an hour and a half, but you could get, it was like around 24% that he's going to go below 90 minutes in the speech tonight. And if you go back and look in 2018, 2019, and 2020, he went for 80 minutes the one time, 82 minutes the next, and 78 minutes in 2020. Does he have to go over 90 minutes tonight? Again, I don't follow politics that closely. I try to avoid it like the plague. I've hated it since high school.
Mm-hmm.
But we're trying to make money on this, obviously. And then good breakdown from covers.com. Over his 3 addresses during his first term, he said more than 17,000 words across 3 speeches. He mentioned people by name 185 times. He mentioned his predecessor twice in total. Sleepy Joe tonight is 33%. And he mentioned his wife the most times out of any individual, 8 times. Have you seen her listed, though?
Yeah, so they have mentions. What's he going to say? They have
who as well.
They will have who will he mention, and they will have what places will he mention. And it's a laundry list. Like he could get that many places in 90 minutes. Who will he mention? Biden's up to 94%. Huge move on Charlie Kirk. He was 61. Now he's 81%.
Okay.
And Bondi's 54%. She keeps moving over. Or keeps going over, rather. Taking over money. And then it's wild to see all the places that are listed for what places will he mention. Which, like, how many can he really slay? That's hard where you're thinking, because I tried to clock this while the Super Bowl was going on with the mentions.
Right.
And it's hard to pay attention to what stuff going back to what the menu is, but how many places can he get in there and fit in?
Did he
in all that? And Minnesota, Minneapolis, 71%.
What's Mexico?
All the way up. I imagine it's top of the list.
I would have to think so.
Oh, 90%.
It's 90%?
Yeah.
Man, if
Mexico...
Mexico...
Russia's 89. Yeah, Canada, 83.
If Mexico is 90%, don't we have to bet cartel at 80%? How does he mention Mexico, not say cartel?
Well, I don't know. Remember going back, what was it, a month ago, 2 months ago? Where one of these crazy things cashed where it was...
Oh, yeah.
He said it verbatim.
Yep.
It was a crazy phrasing, and he said it word for word that cashed one of the markets.
Thanks to NJD107 on X. He put a couple of screen grabs together. According to PBS News, his State of the Union will be more than 2 hours, with one source saying it could be up to 3 hours. It can't be 3 hours, can it? I mean, my God almighty. So that's why right now 120 minutes or above is 44%, 150 minutes or above is at 57%. There's almost $1 million being traded right now in that market alone for how long it's going to be. The reason why I don't like politics is because they try to set us up in high school, like you're going to take one side, another person's going to take another. You couldn't even have a logical debate when you're 16 years old. I'm like, oh, what are we doing here? This sucks. But on the flip side, the reason why I don't like watching the State of the Union as well, how many applauses are we going to get tonight?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a laugh track on a sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and watch either Friends or what was the one with Charlie Sheen where Men. 2.5 Men?
2.5 Men, yeah.
Oh, my God. The laugh track ruins the show. Every 2 seconds, people are laughing. It's like the State of the Union. Every 2 seconds. The whole place. It's like, what? Can you let them talk for 90 seconds without doing that again? Anyway, but there's got to be a way for us to come together and have some, logical thinking about this to make money and capitalize on it tonight, I would think.
I would say, yes, hockey, gold, Olympics is got to be right there right off the bat.
Up next, we'll go to the Combine and talk Cavs-Knicks. Friend of the show, ESPN legend Tony Rizzo joins us on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Time. There's nothing more valuable. It's what drives everyone to make the most of every moment. We celebrate living large in the now. In a city where time disappears, we create experiences that electrify the soul and memories that will last forever. We go big, we go all night, and here, everyone is invited. So get loose and get loud.
This is Circa. You'll have the time of your life.
Elevate your sports betting game with VSiN's exclusive betting splits. Stay ahead with real-time market trends and track bet percentages on any matchup, then uncover the edge by comparing them to the amount of bets placed to find out where the sharp money is headed. Upgrade to VSiN Pro to access betting splits, live odds, line moves, power ratings, and in-depth game analysis. Go to vsin.com/pro to join VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Talk some NFL. Big game tonight in the NBA as well. We go back to the Combine as a longtime friend of the show now, legend in Cleveland. Tony Rizzo joins the program on the Progressive Guest Line. What's up, T. Rizzo? How are you?
Guys, doing well here in Indy. Apologize for the service, but we're in between it right now. This center here is unbelievable, the convention center, but it is all concrete, and I'll do my best.
Okay, well, thank you. We appreciate it. We know it's hectic there, obviously. So you were right in the middle of this today when Browns GM Andrew Berry did not give a timetable for a decision for a starting quarterback this year. Can you take us through that?
Yeah, guys, I've been waiting 6 years for Andrew Berry to give me a timetable for a franchise quarterback. Okay, they're open to anything. They wanted this message sent out today. They're open to anything. They asked would you bring in another veteran besides Watson? He said we're open to anything. They said is Shedeur the starter, QB1 for OTAs? He said it's an open competition. So they're either trying to get a veteran guy. I can't imagine him drafting another quarterback. My Lord, if they were to do that and bring a fourth quarterback in after they botched that thing last year like that, I'd be amazed. I could see him standing pat with the 3 and bringing in a camp arm, kid, a late round pick, or somebody who's, I think Tyler Huntley's still out there and he's got connections here. So they have a lot of options. None of them all that good.
No. Sanders is trading at the favorite 50%. In that range to start week 1. How big of a loss is it that Schwartz left?
Well, it depends. Listen, Jimmy ran a great defense here, but he got Myles Garrett to the Hall of Fame. He did. But that attack style only went so far. And there were a few games where specifically that playoff game against Houston where it really cost them. So the Browns are going in a different direction. They'll miss Jim. There's no doubt about it. I don't know how that's going to end, by the way. There's some thought that Vrabel could ask him to be a senior assistant for the Patriots the way Mike was for the Browns last year. Would the Browns let him do that? That's a question we've been asking ourselves here in Cleveland. But other than that, Jim Schwartz probably not coaching at all this year, guys.
At all. Wow, okay. I thought he did a damn good job there as well. So
yeah, he did.
Yeah. But more quarterback, like they don't have the room to go out and get a guy like Malik Willis or Kyler Murray, do they?
Guys, those names come up and we just shake our heads. No, Mitch, they don't. Now, I don't know. Andrew Berry has kicked the can down the road to where whether or not Joe Bitonio comes back, it's $23 million on your cap this year. He's $60 million, and that's not counting if he's going to kick the Watson can down the road again. It's like a credit card. It's like revolving debt. With a credit card. They just keep doing this to make salary cap room. Now, the cap will be over $300 million this year, we think. So that'll give them some room. But no, Mitch, to answer your question, they really don't have that kind of money. And they've got a guy on their roster that cost them $240 million and hasn't done squat. Mm-hmm. Why not get a look at him? I don't know.
Yeah. The win total's 6.5. Rodgers might come back. They're going to win 7 games?
God.
Go ahead.
Oh, God. Paulie, I can't. I'd go broke betting the Browns overs. You know that guy. Mm-hmm. Come on.
Okay, under 6.5 it is. What's the best rumor, hottest rumor you've heard in Indy?
I've heard a bunch of stuff. There's, the Tua stuff's interesting. Like, good luck trying to find. The guy came out today and said we're going to try and look for a trade. Good luck with that. With that cap number and the history, with the concussions. I wouldn't say that, but the big news, I couldn't believe this. I didn't look it up, but I'm almost sure it's true. 21 new OCs this year in the National Football League.
Wow.
3 of them are in the AFC North. 21 new OCs this year. And if you don't think offense is running the NFL right now, it definitely is.
Yeah, and we asked you a couple of weeks ago when you were in studio, like, does it feel like Carnell Tate, if he's there at number 6, wide receiver from Ohio State? You said probably wide receiver. If he's gone, I think they probably even have to consider, like, Lemon from USC, don't they?
Mitch, I'm starting to think that the way there's not a superstar at the top of this draft other than Mendoza, and we'll see, that the Browns could trade down from 6 and acquire picks. Barry did it last year, and they thought they'd have a big pick. Don't forget with Jacksonville, and then Jacksonville wound up being great. I could see them doing that again. They're going to need a tackle. They got to take an offensive lineman or 3, but certainly 1 in the first round out of the first 2 picks. And, yeah, Yeah, they need a wideout. How much would they fall in love with a Carnell Tate, a Mekhi Lemon? I don't know. I was with Greg Cosell today.
Mm-hmm.
I was with Mike Florio today. They were all saying there's no Jamar Chase in this draft. There's not. So, I watched Carnell play almost his whole college career at Ohio State. He's a great receiver. But if you're looking for a 9.9, that's not available this year.
Very good. ESPN Cleveland, Tony Rizzo, our guest. The real T Rizzo on X on the Progressive guest line. Perfect timing. Cavs at home tonight against the Knicks. Barkley said the Cavs are coming out of the East on Sunday. They've been playing great. They had the tough loss against OKC. OKC couldn't miss from 3. Cavs up to 4.5 tonight. How you feeling about the Cavs since the Harden trade?
Guys, we have Brian Windhurst on every week on our show in Cleveland, and he said that the Cavs they're finding their way. Kenny Atkinson's got a lot of pieces parts. They got dudes coming off the bench. They've got good deep players, a deep roster, and he's got to find the right combination right now. Brian said, and I quote, "It's like it's November for the Cavs, and they're trying to find their way. They got 20-some games left, but I think they'll be dangerous." The Harden thing is amazing. I mean, he has been so far so good. I'm knocking out wood. He's been a great teammate. He's been really just what they needed. He has energized Donovan Mitchell. Guys, remember this. The Cavs are making moves so that Donovan Mitchell signs another extension in this offseason. That's why they got rid of Garland. That's why they're doing all they can to go all in this year. They want him to sign that extension so that he'll be here for at least another 3 years. And that's driving the Cavaliers' moves right now.
Well, I think
and they think they have a shot. The East is wide open. What do you guys like in the East?
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up, right? That's why it's so juicy, is because the East can absolutely be had. But now you have to rely on James Harden getting the team actually over the hump and into the NBA Finals, which he has never done before.
Well, that's another option for them late in the game, or if they need a guy to get hot. And he has really been a teammate in this whole thing. He hasn't forced it at all. He's feeding the bigs. Now, Mobley came back, and Allen kind of went south again. But when Mobley was out, he was feeding Allen. Allen was playing like an all-star. He really was. And I think that James has energized this franchise, man. The Cavs, they're very excited. Fans are very excited, too.
Easy schedule the rest of the way as well.
Yeah, I bet him. I got him. What did I get him? Over 51.5, and I got a nice plus number. Yeah.
Good for you. I thought that was
a couple weeks ago.
I thought that was a funny comment that Harden said. I didn't know Allen was this good.
He didn't know anybody.
Yes.
Guys, how about this? So the Cavs signed James Harden or made the trade on a Monday or Tuesday? They had a game on Friday. They couldn't find him. They didn't know where he was. He literally showed up like the day of the game. Said, "I'm here. This is my uniform."
What?
Hilarious, man.
They couldn't get a hold of him.
Well, when did they make that trade, guys?
No, you're right. You're right. No, it was a Monday.
I don't know if it was a Monday, right?
Yeah.
Right. They had a game. They had a game like on Thursday or whatever. And people said they didn't see him till game day. He showed up. I don't know.
Well,
James.
What's the story behind that? Has anything come out?
Oh, James had to acclimate himself to Cleveland. Come on.
Are the Cleveland shaker joints that good that we don't know about?
Hey, come on, man. It was so funny. The clubs had the welcome James, on the billboards outside and everything. Oh yeah.
Oh, they have to, don't they?
God.
They're on social media. The clubs in Cleveland had welcome James Harden. Can't believe it.
What a thing to be known for.
No kidding. Well,
he'll drop so much money in gentlemen's clubs and his jerseys retired.
Guys, in all honesty, I think he agreed to come to Cleveland. Two reasons. Number one, they're going to give him another year next year. So they're going to guarantee his contract and give him another year. They have to. Otherwise, he wouldn't have no-traded. But he came here because he thought he had a chance to win a title. He wants to win. He does. He's at the end. He's going the end of his career, and he wants to win a title. So
that is all true.
Yeah.
Thanks, my friend.
All right, pal.
Get a steak tonight.
Always a pleasure, guys. Yeah, the shrimp cocktail at St. Elmo's. Beautiful Indianapolis.
Thanks, buddy.
There you go. Tony Rizzo, ESPN Cleveland, Progressive Guest Line at the Real T Rizzo on X. Downtown Indy's great. I've got to see it every time there's an event there.
Where's his jersey retired? Is it Atlanta or Houston?
Oh, probably both. Well, isn't it that, what's the Magic place called in Atlanta? Magic City? I thought it was retired there. Or am I getting it mixed up with one of the several places in Houston?
Houston,
okay.
yeah. He spent $1 million. They retired his jersey.
You mean in his career or one night?
Good question.
God.
No, one night. I did it one night.
Did it in one night.
Yep.
One night. What do you get for $1 million?
Oh, no. Whatever you want.
No kidding. You just name it.
Oh, boy.
$1 million. Was he making it rain too the entire time? Had to have been.
What is... Oh, God.
Wow. All right, win, lose up next. Paulie's going to tell you about a team that is now 15-3 under this scenario on the season. Coming up on Follow the Money, it's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
VSiN's player prop projection tool is now available for the NBA. Get projections for points, assists, rebounds, and more powered by Opta AI. On VSiN.com/NBA props, we line up our projections against the latest DraftKings odds so you can quickly spot mismatches and find value before the market adjusts. The NBA player prop projections tool is available exclusively to VSiN Pro subscribers. Check it out now at VSiN.com/NBA props and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
Prop Points takes you to the intersection of prop betting and fantasy sports with hosts Jeff Erickson and Nick Whalen of RotoWire.
He's the one that's the trendiest. He's the one that's going the earliest of the three, and in some leagues I've seen him go as early as the second round.
The one thing that stood out to me here is, value-wise, I would take a look at Dorian Finney-Smith over 2.5 boards.
They'll help you find the connection between the two and give you expert advice on how to capitalize when a number is too good to pass up. Prop Points every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern, only on VSiN.
Win Some, Lose Some is sponsored by the Sharp Plays.
Were you a winner last night?
Wow, winning.
Or was it a rough one?
Well, they can't all be winners, can they?
Loser! You're a loser! Paulie Howard recaps the night in sports betting in Win Some, Lose Some.
All right, here's what Mitch was talking about. Can't kill him. Somehow Stephen F. Austin was a 13-point favorite, lost at home. New Orleans money line 6-1. That was a surprise as they were 18-1 in the league coming into the game. But so you had there's something to watch because you know you're not going to get an at-large. And then how important is the 1 or the 2 seed to you? Because you saw Liberty, who was undefeated in Conference USA. They almost lost as a big favorite at home, then lost the next game at home. And the same thing happened to Stephen F. Almost lost at home, laying a big number, and then did lose the next game, where you wonder about the motivation with only a couple games left till they start the conference tournament.
Right. I'm going to pull a Paulie Howard here. I brought this up on Twitter last night after the game. For those of you who followed my advice yesterday on a same-game moneyline parlay, next time you come to Circa here in Las Vegas, and give me a heads up, I will buy you a beer. I owe you a beer for that one. Horrible. They're down 31-23 at halftime. They made a run. Doesn't matter. And by the way, credit New Orleans, they never missed a free throw late.
Okay.
I mean, they were automatic from the free throw line, but that's a rough one.
Kings +5 down to 2.5. The 16-game losing streak is over. Good call by Nick Whalen. Memphis put trash out there on the floor, and Sacramento played Westbrook and DeRozan in the fourth quarter. But a little more wiggle room that they could win a game, and they went for it in the fourth quarter.
We brought this up to Paul. I asked you flat out.
Yep.
A little fishy?
I know, fishy number.
Had that kind of stench to it last night, and it proved out like that.
Good move on them in a 16-game losing streak, and they finally win. Rockets Jazz over 224 up to 229. That got there as well. UFL came out with some new rules. We'll see what the NFL does. How about this? The tush push is banned. 60-yard field goals are worth 4 points.
Oh, nice.
No punts allowed inside the 50-yard line.
I like that one as well.
So do I.
And I'll tell you another one, too. I brought this up a couple years ago. I want leagues to consider a maximum amount of punts for the game. For example, you only get 4 punts for the entire game. So if you're facing a 4th and 3 at your own 42-yard line in the first quarter, are you going to use one of your 4 punts there? Or do you go for it?
Well, interesting. I think it's also long overdue to abolish the onside kick based on the rule changes, and that's like success rate of 5%,
right.
4%.
You want the 4th and 15?
Yes.
So do I.
Yes. Can a movie have too many big names, stars?
Yes, it can.
Heat 2. Christian Bale confirms he's on board. DiCaprio, Adam Driver, Bradley Cooper. This is going to be
Bradley Cooper's in it.
That's according to reports, yes.
Okay, well, Heat 1 was also stacked.
Yes.
And it turned out that's one of the best movies of all time.
We finally got Pacino and De Niro in the scene.
I want to flip it with you, actually. Does it maybe have a chance to be the best prequel of all time?
Yes, no doubt.
I went back and I watched, to me, that answer is, I know some people are going to say Godfather 2. I went back and watched Top Gun and Maverick recently, and I can flat out, Maverick's better than Top Gun.
Okay.
It's a better movie.
All right. Shout out Catman Cafe, Mansfield, Massachusetts, where Boldy's mom was a bartender. That was incredible video on social media when he scored the first goal on Sunday as well. Imagine the moment for her. That's great. Subscribe, be part of the team, VSiN.com, our radio and podcast friends. I always want to see these tweets and videos. At Paulie Does Vegas on Instagram. Send them in. We'll put you on. This was on Instagram. It's old, but back in the day, during The Hangover, when it was so huge in the 3 movies, guy moved to Vegas and made $250,000 a year to be an impersonator as Alan. His dead ringer. Look at him. Got the whole outfit, exact outfit. Great. I went as him as Halloween one year on air.
Great job out of him.
Yeah. I mean, they got the glasses, the outfit, the hair, the beard. And he would, I think, was it like $1,000 an hour for him to come to a party?
Is that right?
And just hire him and hang out.
Boy, I mean, you honest, think about how good that life was for a year.
Yeah. But to say, look who I brought, or look who showed up to my party. Sure. And it's just, hey, you want me to come to an event? Here's my fee. No matter if I'm famous or I look like Alan when the 3 movies were so hot for that extended period of time. Lose some, Louisville. 1.5 up to 4. Again, Carolina undefeated at home. They get the win outright. That was no good. And I can't get enough of the Weather Channel. Hang in there, everyone. But everyone's, this is crazy.
Oh,
this is
man.
This is Carrie Jacks. How about that? You open up your garage door, and that's what you're staring at. Good luck. It's
You're
like
stuck.
that. I know. Where you going?
Did you see? You have the one with the basketball hoop.
I do. I'm getting to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Here is Dennis in Rhode Island. Woke up to 33 inches. That's what I'm looking at. Trying to get out. Good luck. It's like the video we showed Friday of the guys trying to find their car outside the apartment complex in New York. And here it is. Plymouth County, Massachusetts. My high school basketball teammate. That is a 10-foot rim, it says. And look at that snow in Massachusetts as everyone's getting hit by the blizzard.
Oh, you could finally dunk on a 10-foot rim, Paul.
Yeah, right. Yes. And then how about, I mentioned this yesterday. This is New York. Our buddy Jordan Scott.
Oh, yeah.
His son-in-law going to culinary school. That's the second level on the dorm, second floor. Just come out, and that's how deep it is.
Do you know that going back to my youth, getting together, a big family, getting together on Thanksgiving or Christmas, so we would always have huge snowbanks by the house wherever we were going to go and meet. This is how people would chill their beer. They'd bring over a case of beer, they'd leave it outside in the snowbank.
Yeah.
And whenever they would need to go get 4 for the round, whatever it is, let's go outside, grab and come back in.
Man, that's...
Look at that basketball hoop. I mean, honestly, that snowbank is what, 5 feet below the hoop? 4 feet below the hoop?
Yeah.
Not to rub it in, I can't believe I'm saying this. It's going to be 80 out here this week.
Yeah.
Have we ever had 80 in Las Vegas in February?
Pay off the tees. Pistons 15-3 under the total as a favorite of 1.5 to 5 points this season. Easy under yesterday. College hoop grind, where real bettors find their edge. Dozens of games at night, constant line movement, opportunity for those who know where to look. You're not beating billion-dollar books or full-time sharps on your own with the sharp plays you don't have to. Advanced AI, connected insider sources. Donated over $30,000 to charity the last few years with the Robin Hood plays. Sharp action, key numbers, market shifts before the public catches up. Free reports, alerts, public logs, transparent results since 2011. Give Jeff and the crew a follow. They do a great job. SharpPlays.com. Trusted by pros, monitored by the books. Excellent tweets and info. Own the boards in March. SharpPlays.com.
Cade Cunningham was far from great last night.
San Antonio's hot.
Yeah, they are.
Imagine, now OKC sitting a lot of people tonight. They're underdogs in Toronto. Now Toronto's up to 2.5. They'll only be a game out in the loss column for the 1 seed.
People speculated, Cade's not ready for the big time.
Oh, come on.
Like this will impact him during the playoffs. My comeback would be against the Eastern Conference here. Completely wide open. And I'll give you this little nugget. I asked a bookmaker here in town today. I'll just say it. I asked Jeff Sherman over at the Westgate about Wemby possibly winning the MVP. And he said, well, the way I look at it is this. I can't get involved with anybody who is very close, like knocking on the door for games missed, and they're not going to be eligible. Mm-hmm. And on that note, he said that this morning they took, after it was reposted from last night's game, they took a bet from someone who is sharp and they respect at 4-1 on Cade Cunningham to win the MVP. And it's based on the players in front of him or around him not being there and enough faith that Jaylen Brown is not going to have. Jaylen Brown was nowhere to be found in that straw poll. I don't know how he flips it. I asked JVT this in the pod. What if the Celtics get the 1 seed? Which is possible.
I don't know. I know they were kicking that around on some of the NBA shows about one of the questions was should be a front runner. Front runner, he's 40-1. I mean, he's the 6th choice.
And that straw poll, you couldn't even find his name.
No, yeah, he's way down there.
So I don't think
behind Luka.
I don't think he has enough runway to overcome that in the straw poll. Those aren't all voters, but some of them are voters. And by the way, Jaylen Brown's out tonight, which is unfortunate because I wanted to pound them against the Suns because the Suns are still without Brooks and without Booker, but I can't do it without Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, we mentioned it yesterday. It's a wild handicap based on, and SGA's out again tonight. How many games these guys are going to miss? And Cooper Flagg's down to $4 Rookie of the Year.
Mm-hmm. And he's out again tonight.
He's out again. I know.
And Kneppel and the Hornets, they get the Bulls, and the Bulls have losses, many games in a row. And they are without Simons. They're without Ivy. And they have, I'll expand on this coming up in the next hour when we talk NBA. In fact, next segment, Bulls have one of the worst defenses in the league, especially against the three-point shot.
What do you it's hard to get a read on the Knicks. Because the Knicks, they have a Detroit problem. But then they go into Boston, blow them out, lose at home to the Pacers, down 18 against the Knicks, come back and win, go to Philly and win. But it's the number one defense against the number one offense last 15 games.
Yeah, 12-3 each in that span. Cavs number 1 offense, Knicks number 1 defense, like you said. I wanted to bet the Cavaliers. I missed the 3.5, so I'm not going to force it. Did you get involved at all?
I think there's going to be points tonight. It's hard with the because you can say the Cavs are playing well and they're up to 4.5, but again, look at the teams they're playing. They weren't beating a lot of great teams during this stretch, even though they've turned it around. But it's hard to get a read on the Knicks, which they've upped their game against some of these top teams here of late.
Yeah, we're going to expand on the association coming up next. The best team in the NBA, ATS, is playing a tanking team with some key guys out. Find out that game next.